When Luke got announced for Street Fighter V, devs said that he is the future of Street Fighter. Now that we saw a glimpse of SF6, we can see the connections between Luke's SF5 and the whole Street Fighter 6 gameplay. The most obvious thing is his special V timer that refills automatically instead of draining over time, and you can refill it faster by attacking, which was a direct hint at drive system in Street Fighter 6. But his V-Trigger 1 attack was more interesting. After SF3, in every Street Fighter game, characters have a big damage super move, and some of them have utility supers on top of that. In Street Fighter 4, sometimes super moves was utility and sometimes ultra moves was. In SF5, utility supers changed into V-triggers, with some obvious examples like Urien and Judy. Luke's V-Trigger 1 is just like that, a utility super with a special condition. The fact that you could do the powerful version only from EX moves was hinting toward SF6's new design that only lets you cancel EX special moves into level 1 and level 2 supers, and you can only cancel regular specials into level 3. But Luke could also cancel his regular fireball into V-Trigger 1, but it was a weaker version. So maybe SF6 devs had that idea too, but they changed it as they were going. Or perhaps we see those special to weaker level 1 and 2 cancels in future builds. Who knows? Because what we already saw was alpha build, and we should expect big changes as we get closer to release date. Luke's V skill and his whole charging a button for getting a better special move was also hinting toward SF6 perfect specials. I didn't see everybody doing it except Guile and Luke.
Not done yet! Perfect! Give me a break!
These perfect specials allow for better juggles and overall doing better meterless combos. Since Luke was one of the few characters in SF5 that could do great combos without V-Trigger or spending meter, we could expect these perfect specials for every character that allows a good player who practice a lot to do better combos. As for how is it gonna work, we have to wait and see, cause there is two drastically different examples in game. So it could be a hold down mechanic like Luke in SF5 or a just frame mechanic like perfect electrics in Tekken series. In SF6, every character has some special ability that allows them to do better meterless combos. Ryu has his Denjin charge, Chun-Li has her newest stance, Jamie has his drink level, and recently we saw Guile has his V skill from SF5. But in the Summerfest build of SF6, Luke didn't have his SF5 V skill 1 that powered up his flash knuckle moves. We only saw him having the regular flash knuckles, and even the perfect charge version only did the regular knockdown. It's the same in SF5 too, but if you use his V skill 1, the HP version sends opponent flying and lets you do some sick combos. V skill 1's absence could be due to being a newer concept than what we saw in alpha version, so maybe we'll see it in the future, but it's possible that it got removed from his tools. I wish it comes back, cause it gives more flavor to Luke's combos. Luke's second V skill and V trigger has no similarities in Street Fighter 6. Before seeing the gameplay in Summer Game Festival, I thought maybe we're gonna see his V trigger 2 as a level 2 super, but it was just his critical art from SF5. So maybe there was an idea to let players do a special to a special cancels, and maybe it would drain 2 or 3 bars. And perhaps they scrapped the idea, or we'll see it in a future build of the game. As for his V skill 2, it was total opposite of traditional parries, which lets you counter grabs instead of strikes. I can see it as an early concept for drive parry, when they wanted to do something different with parries, and maybe devs tested it out and saw that it's not good, so they scrapped that idea. Or perhaps we were supposed to get to choose which kind of parry we're gonna have, based on our opponent, like how you choose ultras and V skills in Street Fighter 5 and 4. Or maybe you could parry grabs too in early concepts. We may see them back, or they might got rid of that idea completely. Last thing that comes to my mind was V-Shift and how it's like the combination of all SF6 defensive mechanics. You have a parry and a kinda weak drive impact. The slow motion activation kinda resembles perfect parries, so looks like they wanted to give us a little taste of what's to come. Honestly, I can't wait to see more of SF6. I'm so excited for this game, and I'll make more videos about it in future. For now, you can watch my fan opening video that I made for SF6 here. Thank you for watching and keep fighting.